Welcome back. As promised, we've got the top-ranked Superior Spartans who were out in Marshfield earlier this evening taking on Stevens Point in the Division I sectional final. But not just any old sectional final, it was a rematch from a year ago. Spartans looking to keep this Sparty party going into the state tournament. This one all about the pitchers. On one side, SPASH's Morin Saviu didn't get a ton of Ks, but got outs every which way. 0 runs after 6. But her counterpart equally as dominant, Haley Zembo, tallied 12 strikeouts for Superior. She also had a goose egg on the board after 6. And after an empty SPASH threat in the 7th, the Spartans get their best look of the game. Bases packed, 1 out. Gabby Sari at the dish plays the hero role. Chopper to short was going to get a run regardless. The Spartans walk-off winners to book their date in Madison next week, and Sparty Party Nation stays alive.
Just like any high school team, they've been playing together since they were really little. And anytime they achieve any goals that we set, it means a lot to them. And probably going to the state tournament is probably the biggest goal.
Spartans' road to Madison begins again for the 2nd straight year in a row. State tournament begins next Thursday. And last but definitely